What is going on? So today I'm just going to do a basic review. I've been carrying this in my pocket for about 3 months now, and this is the Gerber Armbar. This is the version with the scissors. Some of the other versions have other tools, but when I was looking for a multi-tool to carry in my pocket, the things that I was mostly looking for is a small knife, a pair of scissors, but most importantly, out of everything on this thing, I was mostly looking for a bit driver. I wanted a pocket screwdriver, but I was looking for a Swiss Army, a non-plier Swiss Army style bit driver. So I looked around. At first, my first thoughts was, Victorinox. Because I just wanted a pocket knife, little pocket knife, bit with a bit driver, right? Scissors would be nice as well. This particular model also carries an awl, and we'll get into that in a bit. But primarily, I wanted the bit driver. Mostly a Swiss Army knife bit driver. And as I looked around, there was no real good options, right? The more and more I looked for it, the more and more nothing I was seeing was really satisfying. And I tried another one by Rock Tool, I believe it's called, where it's basically a Leatherman Surge. It's kind of a Chinese knockoff of a Leatherman Surge side, and it is kind of cool. I do like the look of it, and but when I got it, it is kind of nice to feel in the hand. What it does have going for it is that it has a nice knife and a decent set of tools. The problem with it is the bit driver was not magnetic. This one is magnetic, and it holds the bits in really nicely. So the next thing on this is the scissors. The scissors, I saw some reviews on this that the scissors were kind of gimmicky, kind of janky. These ones actually work really well. Well, a lot of the reviews are like from a year or two ago, because one of the big things that people were saying was that the retention on this, because it is just lock retention, it has no actual lock. It is just it has a little bar. I don't really know what it's called, but it's that bar kind of holds it. It's a very traditional. It's not locked in any way, but the snap was kind of weak on a lot of the older ones. I'm assuming they fixed it, because that's, you can go and watch some of the other reviews, the other videos, you can barely hear the snap. But now, on this newer version, I think Gerber listened because they fixed it. Which is kind of a new thing for Gerber, because they don't usually listen to people. A lot of Gerber stuff is kind of sometimes it just, it's kind of nice in principle or on paper, but it doesn't quite hit the mark when you actually get it in your hands. The other thing we need to talk about is the knife. It's kind of got that sheep's foot knife, and this is a really nice feeling knife, kind of just a basic utility knife style sheep's foot. Now, the first thing y'all want to know, what's the steel? Yeah, me too, because they don't tell you. And you know what they say with steels. If they don't say what steel it is, you probably don't want to know. But I mean, it's a basic sheep's foot utility blade. I don't care. This is not my primary. This is not going to be my primary survival knife. I pocket carry a SC3. This is a really great knife. This is my primary utility blade. So I don't really care. It doesn't hold an edge super well. You know, a little ceramic rod and, you know, just some stropping, and you can put an edge back on it. It's definitely not like super high-end steel or anything, but it's a knife. It cuts. You know, that's about what I need for my, you know, pocket. The thing I really wanted this for was the bit driver. The next thing that this thing has on it is the awl. I actually really like the design of this awl. It actually works really great for marking and as basically a pick. As an actual awl, like making holes and stuff, doing any leather working, no, this ain't gonna do none of that. I don't. This could make a hole. You know, it's definitely sharp. Like, you know, like you could easily stab yourself with this. It's more of a pick than anything else. I would actually put this as a pocket pick. It's actually really useful. I've used it on a lot of O-rings and gaskets. Kids working with them. You know, and the next thing that this thing has on it is this fucking thing. It's supposed to be a little pry bar or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't used it, but I will say the retention on this baby, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that is loud. This thing has really good retention. Better than anything else on this. But the most thing I wanted for was a pocket screwdriver. So probably a lot of you are immediately thinking, well, why not just carry a Leatherman Surge or a Gerber center drive? You know, which, keep in mind, I own both of those tools. I actually own 2 Leatherman Surges and 1 Gerber center drive. So why do I carry this armbar rather than my Leatherman Surge, which is my favorite multi-tool? And it's because the pliers suck. I'm sorry. So I pocket carry this, right? This sits on my belt as I do work all day, right? This is a CLC holster, and it's a pocket slip joint. These are from Vamp Plier. You can see these on my recent EDC video a couple weeks ago, where I showed you my full ADC breakdown. Well, I carry these Vamp pliers, and I have tried a lot of other pliers. I have tried the 3-position standard slip joint, traditional snap-on pliers. I've tried the new Talon grip snap-on pliers that fit this holster. I've even tried carrying the Tajima 3-position. I have also tried the twin grip. I have tried a lot of different pliers, and I keep coming back to these, mostly because the groove's right here, and it's multiple position. These, I work in the trades, and as a mechanic, and in the garage door industry, and now I work on boats, and I keep coming back to having an actual set of pliers, particularly a slip joint pair of pliers. Or if you like the Knipex, you know, twin grips, or maybe you're a Cobra man. I've tried pocket carrying a Cobra. The problem is I often need to get straight on something like a hose clamp, and I can't quite do that with the Cobras. So these, getting on to like a hose clamp and just kind of twisting it off, or, you know, like a small bolt and twisting it like this, is often more useful to me than anything else. The problem was I started carrying these, and now I can't quite go back to anything else. So an actual pair of pliers is so much more useful to me, particularly the Vamp Plier slip joints. If you can find these, they're not that, I think these were like $20-something at most. I don't think these are very much. Get you a pair, you won't regret it. These are an excellent addition to a toolbox. I EDC them because I love them so much. And I've tried so many different styles and pairs of pliers. Here's trying to EDC them. And these are what I like to carry on me. You know what I mean? If I could have no other, these are what I would carry. But as far as this tool, so what I wanted in my multi-tool is just a pocket screwdriver to take up the slack of having these 3 tools on me. I wanted a pocket knife, a pocket screwdriver, and a pair of pliers. I got the pliers, and the knife. It's an okay knife, it works, it does the job. This thing, honestly, these 2 tools right here, I think if you had these 2 tools, you would be set. Carry a pair of pliers in a CLC holster, and you carry the Gerber Armbar, and you can handle 99% of situations. I've taken entire doors off with this. I've taken entire things off. What I also recommend is get you a set of the Weehaw bits. This is a Weehaw bit. See if I can show that on camera. Yeah. I got a whole set of Weehaw bits that I pocket carry with these. And they work really good. But I really like this thing. This thing is a nice pocket carry. If you're looking for a Swiss Army knife, I think this is the best modern equivalent to a Swiss Army knife. I really wish Leatherman would make something similar to this. Unfortunately, I did look at what Leatherman had to offer, and all of theirs did not have a bit driver. All of theirs had like designated Phillips. Any multi-tool that is being put out today with a designated Phillips is just trash to me. If it's got a designated Phillips and a designated slotted, what are you doing? Okay, this ain't 2005. This ain't 2010. Okay, we have bit drivers now for a reason. Stop it. Designated Phillips. If all you use all day is Phillips, that's great. More the power to you. I can have a designated Phillips. That's what I carry on this, is a Phillips. But I'll tell you right now, I don't use a Phillips very often. Torx is a very often carry as well. Like, I want to be able to have the driver I need to have. This thing is the best Swiss Army knife on the market. And I wish that Leatherman would learn and change their Swiss Army style knives. But as far as, I think this Gerber Armbar is the best Swiss Army knife style knife on the market. I think you absolutely, if you're looking at this, you want something of this style, maybe you're kind of like me, you realize that an actual designated pair of pliers is a little bit better than most of the Leatherman multi-tools out there. I love Leatherman. I bought 2 of the Surges. I own 2 of them because they're that good. But this is I can do more with this. I can do straight up more with this. I can get more work accomplished with this. These are better tools. Unfortunately. I do like them, but 3 months, this thing is already more than impressive. I use this daily, and it just holds up. So if you're thinking about getting one, don't be afraid to pick you up one. These are fairly cheap. You could break it. You could get 2 or 3 of these. And if you break one, not that big a deal. If you break a Leatherman, you probably gonna cry because they going up in price. What is a Leatherman Surge now? Like $200, $150, no holster, no bits. I don't know what Leatherman's doing. Get you a Gerber Armbar. Get you a set of Weehaw bits. Get prepared. Peace.